I mean, look at what all that the man of God has been teaching us. He said that we should be activists. When the time came, when and where he had to prove what he taught.
How are you doing, my dearest family? Welcome again to Direct TV, bringing to you the truth with Brother Joshua. And today's video, I want to think that some of you might have seen the video before, but I came across this video and I was so inspired listening to Brother Daysman again. That's why I'm bringing it to you. You see, so he talked about several things in this particular video. All right, and don't mind all those people that say some bad things against him. They don't know him, that's why. All right, but for you, just be more focused on learning what you can learn out from him. So this particular video will inspire something in you that he did talk about, especially if you're a young person. All right, this is very, very important for you. All right, so before we dive into the video, for those of you coming very newly to my channel, just kindly hit the subscribe button, subscribe to this channel. Then if you haven't liked the video up to this point, hit the like button. Like today's video, guys. Watch this. I'll be right back.
Sending funds to so many people in this problem, as I've been doing ever since. It didn't affect my results. Why? What I'm showing to you. What I'm showing to you. This is the time, young people all around the world, listen to me. This is the time for focus. As the man of God has told us, Jesus is coming soon. Many of you would be forced to grow up. That's what's going to happen now. You will be forced to grow up, and you have to. Many of you will have to take responsibilities, both physically and spiritually. Can you imagine that recently there has been, we've never had as much, what's it called? Armed robbery, theft, pocket picking, pickpocketing, whatever you want to call it. And I mean, just things that these young people, or so many young people, have indulged in. And I'm sitting there thinking, a generation that I'm in, a dispensation that I'm in, you have to personalize it. If God doesn't work with you to bring about upliftment, improvements, and increase in your sphere and in your generation, then who? We tend to want to leave these responsibilities to those who have been there before. God is very capable of lifting you and raising you for the job. How much can He do with me? As much as I'm ready to suffer the sacrifice of alignment to that purpose. His ability is not where the limitation is. The limitation is in the level of alignment you are able to submit yourself to. And this is the same time that we have young people from different places, I mean, collaborating, doing, childish things. This is the time to grow up. This is the time to grow up. This is the time to take spiritual responsibility and speak out. This is the time to lend your voice. I mean, look at what all that the man of God has been teaching us. Many years ago, he taught that we should be, what's it called? He said that we should be activists. To stand for the gospel, we should be activists. And we thought, oh, this is another message. Wow. When the time came, when and where he had to prove what he taught, he did. He did. This is the day to prove the teachings that have come to you from our fathers. This is the day. And so, we have taken it upon ourselves that we will also lend a voice as the Lord is pushing him and moving him and giving him the boldness that he requires for this and amplifying his voice. I'm not going to sit quiet. I'll take up the purpose and do what's right. We're going to be closing now. But I want to remind you, you were given a voice. Find out the purpose and use it. Your voice is not for rebellion. See, your voice is not, at this time, I'm ashamed that there are still so many young people. It's a shameful thing. Not I'm ashamed. It's a shameful thing that there are still so many young people talking against themselves, fighting against themselves, having beef with one another, failure to remember that Jesus is coming soon. And these are cheap things that can take you to hell. Express. You can't lead other people to a place you are not going. You want to lead other people to heaven. But where are you going? Can we have something from you? Where are you going? Where are you going? And then those who have got the boldness to speak and who have dared to be something, don't be amongst them that criticize them. See, you are free to criticize people when you don't understand the concept of God's mercy. When you understand that we are all what we are by His mercy, you will stop criticizing people. So, you can increase in power based on your knowledge of God, but you increase in rank based on what you have suffered for God. You increase in rank based on what you have suffered for God. So all your time in prayer, all your time doing the work of God can guarantee you to be used by Him. But there are dimensions you cannot enter until you have tasted what it means to be criticized by others. There was just a dimension of the Christ that Jesus could not cross until He had suffered death. You don't know what it means to have died. So those of you who are young people all over the world, it's very easy for you, it may be very easy for you to misjudge others. But I came here to speak to you today, to hang that. You don't know what it means. And there is an extent that God can use you to if you have not gone through that kind of death. So this is the time to die to those things that you so think you need at this point. All those dreams, submit them and hang them for Him. And take up His dream concerning you. That's what you need to do now. And as I'm speaking to you, you are completely inundated with the power of God that is convicting you for His purpose. This is not the time to prove a point to your fellow young people. This is not the time. You want to prove a point? That time has passed. Everything you do from today counts. Motive has never been as important as it is today. Motive. The concept of motive has never been as important as it is today. Forgiveness has never been as important as it is today. So grow up. Grow up. All the growing you would have done in 6 years, you need to compress and achieve in 6 months. Because the time is short. He said, for the sake of the elect, time will be reduced, time will be compressed. So submit yourself to it now. Submit yourself to it now. And all the preaching that we have depended on others to do for us all our lives. It's fine to want to do something small for God, but don't backlash those who are doing it in bigger scales. The small you decided to do was also an option for the one who is doing bigger, but he decided to choose better. This is the time for you to covet graces like never before. To seek them from different places. How do I mean seek them from different places? I don't mean going from place to place. No. Every message that has come to you from the body of Christ is a place that graces are occupied in. So I slot in my moment of worship. There's a grace that comes on me from there. Three kinds of wisdom, 3 kinds of knowledge. There's a grace. Everything that you want to increase in these last days, go and shop for the message for it. For every increase, there was an instruction. Every instruction came embedded in a word. Buy the truth and sell it not. All things competitive for the wrong reasons. I cut myself from them. All things competitive for the wrong reasons. You compete yourself to hell. We're doing the work of God, but when you get there, you hear, I know you not. Oh Lord, I performed for you. I jumped on stage for you. Competition. You are looking for a name. So we wonder why some things go more viral than others. Even God knows the things that were done in His name and what was done in your name. So every system, organizations, whatever it is, those things are secondary. He should first be your priority. Because the purposes for those systems in first place, if you go through the true and actual agenda, if they are godly, was to direct you to Him. If you fail to go through that direction and you didn't end up with Him, it's your problem. So I chose early in my life that I was not going to keep quiet. It doesn't matter what anybody was going to think about me. I was going to be something, and I was going to be purposeful enough in my life to be something for God in order to direct people to His purpose. Many of you have so many gifts locked up in you. But society and the influences of the lesser things in life have locked those things up in you. And you've never trusted Him enough to bring them out from within. This is the time. This is the time. So I've thrown all those jargons away. You know, it's the time to grow. It's the time to grow. And I'm talking to you young people. Somebody else, as a result of what you have said, could have dropped armed robbery. Somebody your age. You could have been influential enough to bring more than you have brought. Always remember, you could have done more. You could have done more. And this is why we cannot keep quiet. And we have to come to you through every means possible. We have to come to you to let you know that not only should you have come to Christ, you should stay in Him.
All right, my dearest family, there you have it with, Daysman Oyakhilome. I trust you are blessed by, that charge that he charged, each and every one of us, you see, and the encouragement he gave each and every one of us. So we need to rise up as young people, wherever you are, okay? He said a lot of things in this video, that's why I was so inspired and I thought of bringing it to you. I've mentioned severally in this channel of the fact that whenever I bring videos to you, there are videos that I have watched and I get inspired, you see. So I believe that you take action based on some of the things he has said in this particular video. All right, and just to tip in this, for those of you who have not yet followed our Facebook page or have liked our Facebook page yet, do well to do that, okay? I'll still be dropping the link in the comment section, so just go ahead and make sure that you uh like and follow our Facebook page too. You can be getting information there. Thank you so much, guys, and I'd love to see you in my next video. Bye.